Okay, so here's a real quick overview of some tables that you can do inside of Word. Wanted to show you that there's some extra things in there. The first and most common way of making a table is the option of selecting the rows and columns that you want. Notice as you go along through here, you can pick any size of table. There's another way. If you go Insert, Table, down below, Insert the Table command lets you pick the exact amount of columns that you want and rows, if you know the number. You can pick that you want the fixed column width, or you can fit that you want an auto fit, etc. Whatever you choose, then it would insert it automatically. Another way, Insert Table, draw the table. Notice that you get a little pen as your icon. So as you draw, you make your own little columns. As you do so, notice that your toolbar changes into options of making borders. You have an eraser if you want to erase something. But notice the advantage of this. If you had happened to have some kind of size that you need different than what the other ones are, you can go ahead and add it. You can add lines inside. And maybe you want to split this one up a little bit. So you have a variety here. You can change your pen color, which is actually going to be what your cell block would look like. And you can add your shading inside of it if you needed to. So there's a lot of variety of ways. Also, you can pick your table styles just like you could a regular table, however you've drawn it. So the only thing is you need to remember is to click on the draw table so that you can get your cursor back to a regular cursor instead of the pen. Alright, let's go down below. Insert Table. You can do a Excel spreadsheet. And what that does is it actually puts an Excel spreadsheet inside of your Word document. You can then have all the functions of the Excel spreadsheet to add your formulas, etc., etc. Once you're done, you click off of that. It looks like a regular table. The grid lines are a little bit lighter color because they probably wouldn't print unless you told them to print. And to do that, you would actually go up into your menu and tell it to, here, borders and shading, and you want all borders. Actually, you'd have to select the table, sorry about that. And so then when you click off of it, you would see your grid lines. Okay? So that's inserting an Excel table. The advantage of that is that you can actually do the more complicated formulas. Now, a regular Word table will also do formulas. So, okay, the next thing is we go to Insert Table. Let's pretend that we have something such as this that we decided we wanted to go ahead and put in a table instead of into formats. We actually can select, we need to select this first, go to Table. Now our Convert Text to Table is available. When you do that, it's going to ask you how many columns and how many rows, and it automatically went to 4 because that's the number of columns that it senses. How is it sensing that? Well, it's going by the divider lines inside of that item or that selected text that you picked. And in this case, there was a tab between each line. Now, sometimes you would have paragraphs that you're going to turn into, so you would select the paragraphs. Maybe there's commas that are separating the items that you want to turn into. Once you say OK, it automatically will put this into a table format for you. What would be the advantages of that? Well, in this case, notice that you have pen and paper, etc., etc., and you have a total column. Well, Word tables can actually do formulas. So if I go up into here and I can say the formula, notice how it automatically wants to sum things that are going across. That would be the automatic formula. But in this case, I want to multiply the quantity times the price. So in a table format, every cell is represented by the column being listed as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, etc., and the rows being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would want to take, this is A, this is B, this is 1, this is 2. So I'd want to take B2 times C2. When I do, it will automatically total that up for me. Same thing. If we actually go to the formula, it's now we're on row 3 this time, and again it does this. If you hit the tab key, it automatically will make another whole new row into your table. And so let's come over here. This time we want to just sum above, which is an automatic because there's directly numbers above it. And you would just say OK, and it does it. So there are ways that you can go ahead and put things in. Let's go back up here. If I wanted to delete a table, see how my cursor, once I hover over the column, well, you can click and it will highlight that. You can right click then and say delete columns. Maybe I want to insert. Hover above, click, right click inside of the highlighted text and say insert. It gives you an option of where you want to insert, left or right. Maybe you want to insert a row above or rows below. So you can do all kinds of things. Why did it insert 3 rows above? Because I had actually selected the whole column, which made 3 rows selected. If I just wanted to do the column, insert, let's click, insert column to the left, and boom, have that. So that's a variety of ways that you can work with tables. Let's one more time, you can go to insert tables, and here's a quick table. Notice that you have a lot of options such as your calendars, but once you would click on that, it would insert that table for you. Okay, just a fast way of doing tables. Thanks.